Hey YouTube, Purple Gropey here, otherwise known as I Got a Small Wiki, and today we're playing Demolition on Storm using an UMP 45 with Marathon, Stopping Power, and Ninja Pro. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not really going to comment on the gameplay because, to be honest, it's really not all that good, but I don't know. I think it's a fairly decent game. I end up going 27-8, so not bad, and I think I think that should be a long shot, but you only get what you get. I am not playing with any of my friends, actually, so I probably could have done a little bit better if I was playing with, Purple Thumper and Spooner. Although Spooner still has me muted, so there's no real point in playing with him. But he's pretty good clutching, especially Purple Nuker, who, I don't know, I'm pretty sure he's got like 150 nukes by now. I mean, no exaggeration. No, honestly, I think he's got probably like 90. But anyway, this is my first commentary, and to record this, I used a GigaWare, which I bought at Radio Shack. And I don't know, I really recommend this because it was like only $50, and it does a really good job. Does just as good of a job as a Dazzle would do, if not better. Like, I think the quality is really good. Like, I was really impressed, especially for just AV. But don't be fooled like I was. I watched a lot of videos, and I went to Radio Shack, and the lady there thought I was asking for a camera, but thank God there was a guy there who actually knew what he was talking about. But he didn't mention the fact that I needed, I don't know, like 3 splitters and AV cable that's double-sided with both male ends on each side. But I went back home, and thank God we have a huge system in my basement, and like a surround sound and a 52-inch plasma TV, and so my dad had actually a lot of the cables, and I was surprised that he had this AV splitters, which I don't know why you would need that in a HD setup, maybe to split the audio. I'm not sure, but anyway. So I bought the GigaWare and set it up and found the cables. My friend had one of the other cables too, so I stole it from him. And so I hooked it up, and yeah, I really recorded a bunch of stuff, but I wasn't happy with any of it. I actually did a commentary like at least 3 or 4 times now. I don't know. I'm not the type of person who likes to listen to myself talk. I don't know. I think I sound kind of like a retard. I don't know. I just watched The Hangover last night, so anyway. Yeah, so I think I get this guy and then I die. Yeah, and I get my pred. Oh, yeah, and the thing I want to mention about the Predator missiles is, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're in host migration and you have a pred out, and say it's coming down like it just was, and then host migration happens, then when you migrate hosts and then you come back, you don't even get your pred. I don't understand why Infinity Ward wouldn't fix something like this. I mean, it's kind of just robbed me out of like 3 kills once, and it just actually happened, and I'm not, amazing at the game where I get preds every 5 seconds, but I pull maybe 1 or 2, like whenever, if I'm having a decent game. But it kind of annoyed me because I think I had I've never really gotten a nuke, but I think I had a nuke on that game, and I don't know, you never know what's gonna happen, but just something easy they could fix, especially with all the patches and stuff that they've had to deal with already, especially like the hacking. And I actually have 3 friends who got modded, and they're idiots, and they're all awful at the game, especially one of them. You probably should add him as MDumbass7, which is actually a real thing. I don't know how Xbox let him have dumbass, but they wouldn't let me have I love to masturbate as my thing. But anyway, the story behind my gamer tag is I've actually had like 7 or 8. It started out with Paintball Kiddo 7, which is my YouTube and my screen name for AIM and whatever, but I don't use that stuff anymore, so. So it started with Paintball Kiddo 7, then I was like, oh, I can make all these nasty names on Xbox that are funny. So I got a small winky, I love to masturbate, touch my paintballs, I love to touch myself, etc., etc. I've had like 7 or 8 of these names, and I think they're funny, but eventually Microsoft makes me change them when I get a new name for free. So that's nice, but I've had I got a small winky for at least 6 months, 7, 8 months now, and they haven't asked me to change it. And to be honest, I really don't even like this name. Like, I mean, it's funny, but like, I mean, it gets kind of old like after like 3 months. So anyway, so we won that round, and I think next round, yeah, it's obviously next round because score ends up being 2-0. Sorry to spoil it, but I think I get all my kill streaks right up in front, like. I don't know, but anyway, when I play on this map, I like this route because you actually can get right over to their spot real fast, because they're all going to be coming down that bridge because they spawn there. And so I don't know, I usually come down here. I saw actually a video last night about a bunch of how you can be like get grenade launcher kills across the map. And I was actually pretty impressed. I got a couple of cool tips. If I find the video, I'll post it in the description, but I don't know. Anyway, I asked you guys a couple questions. Like, I don't know. I use C4 a lot. I think it's a really, like, useful item. Because, like, you just plant the bomb and throw C4, and then you just go hide. And then when you see when you hear the bomb get picked up, which you'll hear a noise, especially if you're using, like, a Turtle Beach. But if you hear the bomb get picked up, or, it gets defused, then you just detonate your C4. But the only problem with it is sometimes it will get exploded with other people. And I don't know. Personally, the guns I use are generally a submachine. I think the UMP just works perfect on almost any map. I can shoot far away, close, mid-range. It works for me the best at all the guns. I do the best with the UMP. And I actually was the first gun in single player that I actually liked, because I remember picking it up in single player campaign, and I was like, oh, this UMP, and here I get a jump kill. And I don't know, I liked it ever since, but then I stopped using it, and then I got into using it. And UMP and ACR, but like everybody uses the ACR, so. Or the TAR-21's another great gun, actually. I read online somewhere that does the most damage per second out of all the guns. So I guess if maybe you're not really good, or I don't know, if you just want to use a really good gun, just use the TAR, especially with the silencer. I don't know. I silence all my weapons. It's just a habit. I don't like. That's the way I learned to play the game, with the silencer on. It's like the one thing I need to have on a gun. Because I don't know, there's just something about it, like the fact that everyone sees where I am on the map when I shoot, so I just use a silencer, and it just works for me. The iron sights on the UMP they're fine. There's nothing you don't need a red dot. I think the red dot almost ruins the gun. And but speaking of sights on the guns, the only time I would ever use an ACOG on any assault rifle would be the ACR. The ACR actually happens to be one of the better guns with the ACOG sight on it. Like, it works really well for some reason. And, I don't know. Like, if I'm going to use an ACOG, I'm going to use it on the ACR. But if anything, I'll use a red dot or a silencer on the ACR. And I actually have the title, The Silent, which I think is 1,000 kills with the silenced weapon. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, so it would just, going back to the host migration thing, when I just launched that pred, it would just stop mid, and then you would start up again, and there'd be no pred. I don't know if I'm sure that's happened to some of you guys. That's ridiculous. I think that's something Infinity Ward should fix. I think right here I see the noob tube, so I know a guy's coming. So I just kind of shoot him. Yeah, whatever you want to say. But anyway, I have two friends who have capture cards. His name's Purple Thumper, who's actually he's really good at playing the objective. He's a pretty good. He's actually 10th prestige legit, and I don't know, he plays really good. And I have another friend, Purple Spooner, who mutes me, so isn't really talk to me. So even if I was playing with him today, I wouldn't be able to hear him. But I don't know. The one thing I'd really be interested in is actually getting my first nuke. But looks like we're out of time. Wow, that went by really fast. But anyway, about the nuke, yeah, I've never really gotten one. I don't know. I don't try for one a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'm going to probably make future commentaries, because whatever game I have that's just a decent game, I'll probably put up, because it only takes 5 minutes. So anyway, that's my first commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And come back for more. Subscribe. See you later.